We have had, like, actually oddly, like, targeted attacks where temporarily people have been able to put some hate speech on Twitter, but then it's been taken down immediately. I mean, I think it's most people would say, like, given how the market has evolved this year, the price is on the high side.
Right. Right. But that's on basic what it is.
Yes, but in terms of what I think there is a tremendous amount of potential that it will be very difficult to achieve, but I think possible. And I think ultimately it could be one of the most valuable companies in the world.
Elon Musk, CEO of Twitter, Tesla, and SpaceX, tweeted that the past few months have been incredibly challenging, but he expressed optimism that the social media platform is now on track to break even. Musk also mentioned that he has had to navigate saving Twitter from bankruptcy while managing his responsibilities at his other companies. "I wouldn't want anyone to experience that pain," he wrote, adding that although Twitter still faces obstacles, it's making progress towards becoming profitable. He expressed gratitude for the public's support in this endeavor. Elon Musk noted that while other social networking platforms may be larger in size, writers and leaders tend to invest their time on the microblogging site. Twitter still has challenges, but it is now trending to break even if we keep at it. Public support is much appreciated. Prior to moving towards the video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications by clicking on the bell icon so you don't miss any of our uploads.
Part of what I'm trying to achieve with this sort of enabling everyone to be payment verified with Twitter Blue is to try to get as many people payment verified as possible. It's only $8 a month, although for some people that were complaining about that, and these are people who pay more than that for their latte.
I'm going to be one of your Twitter Blue customers.
Thank you. But like it's part of its revenue, part of it is payment authentication. And so if somebody, because there is a huge problem with spam and bots and trolls on Twitter, and organizations trying to manipulate public opinion, and just generally making the system worse. And I think that there is an answer to that, which is to get as many regular users of Twitter to be a subscriber for $8 a month. And you'll get a lot more than just a blue check mark for $8 a month, because now we can afford long-form video, long audio, podcasts, and we can also start sharing revenue with content creators, which is essential.
Following reports that over half of Twitter's top 1,000 advertisers ceased advertising on the platform, Musk made his observation. Digital marketing analysis firm Pathmatics by Sensor Tower reported that as of January, approximately 625 advertisers, including well-known brands such as Coca-Cola, Jeep, Unilever, Merck, and Wells Fargo, had withdrawn their ads. As a result, the platform's advertising revenue, which was valued at $4.5 billion, experienced a significant decline. According to the data, even among the remaining advertisers on the platform, many have also decreased their spending. For example, HBO, one of the current top advertisers, spent roughly $12 million on ads in September of last year. But this amount dropped to just under $54,000 in January of this year. Despite our efforts to appease activist groups and no changes in content moderation, Twitter's revenue has drastically declined due to pressure on advertisers. It's a concerning situation, as it appears they're attempting to impede free speech in America.
To be frank, Twitter was having pretty serious revenue challenges and cost challenges before the acquisition talks started. And any company that is dependent on advertising has had a hard time. So if you look at, say, Snap or Google, Facebook, whatnot, they've all had a difficult time with advertising revenue dropping. And Twitter is more currently more vulnerable than they are to advertising, because most of Twitter's advertising is large brand advertising as opposed to direct response. So it's kind of like a much more of a discretionary ad spend than it is for like if you can do direct response for a specific product. So and then we also recently had a lot of difficulty with activist groups pressuring major advertisers to stop spending money on Twitter. This is despite us doing everything possible to appease them and to make it clear that moderation rules and hateful conduct rules have not changed, and we're continuing to enforce them. A number of major advertisers have stopped spending on Twitter. This doesn't seem right because we've made no change in our operations at all, and but nonetheless, the activist groups have been successful in causing a massive drop in Twitter advertising revenue, and we've done our absolute best to appease them, and nothing is working. So this is a major concern, and I think this is, frankly, an attack on the First Amendment.
Since the acquisition of the company for $44 billion in late 2022, the takeover has been challenging for Mr. Tweet, a nickname that Musk recently adopted. Musk responded, "This is the first time I'm hearing about it. It's not feasible for me to address every aspect of Twitter globally instantly, while also managing Tesla, SpaceX, and other responsibilities." Musk expressed his view that social media companies should abide by the laws of other nations and avoid attempting to influence the situation beyond the laws of those countries. The creation of a digital public square with the highest level of trust, allowing individuals to communicate with minimal censorship within their own countries and across borders, was critical to Musk. He recognized that the amount of censorship permissible by law varies significantly across jurisdictions.
Once Twitter is set on the right path, I think it is a much easier thing to manage than SpaceX or Tesla. So, and I mean, I really understand the internet and how to make. So I wrote software. I wrote software personally for 20 years. I was one of the key people behind X.com, which became PayPal. And so I also, I'm aware of, I know how to make a way better PayPal.
Because you built PayPal.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. If a social media company is not taking steps to make it positive to be on that social platform, then people won't come or they'll leave, So you speak of sort of anti-Semitism or racism or anything like that. Well, I mean, who's going to stay on a platform if that's prevalent? That's
Obviously.
yeah. I mean, come on. And apart from its inherent wrongness, who's going to stay on the platform? So, you want to be. It needs to be something where, our goal with Twitter is how do we get 80% of America? Maybe not the sort of far left and the far right, but and maybe we don't want them necessarily, but. How do we get 80% of the public to join a digital town square and voice their opinion and exchange ideas and maybe once in a while change their minds?
After emphasizing the importance of democracy and the people's will, Musk stated that he intends to stabilize the organization's financial health and ensure that the product roadmap is well defined. He believes that finding a new leader to manage the company would be appropriate around the end of this year since he expects it to be in a stable position by then. Do you concur or differ with his viewpoint, and what are the reasons for your stance? Please feel free to share your views in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest videos and news. See you next time!